Hello and welcome. Today we got huge news and I'm so excited. I'm going to tell you right off the bat what it is, and then we're going to get into a couple of different topics that are important, so you want to stick around for that. But first and foremost, check this out right here. If you have Twitter/X.com, the app, there is the creative director named RS Axelar. He is the creative director for Rocksteady Studios and, of course, Suicide Squads. And he just posted something that's such a big tease, and I'm super excited about it. If you already read it as we went along, somebody asked, "Can we expect raids in the future?" And Axel, aka the creative director for Suicide Squad, said, "We might have some things cooking. Not ready to talk specifics yet." And why is this important? Is because think about it, okay? We already have the roadmap for the year-long worth of content. You're gonna get new playable characters. You're gonna get all this episodes, weapons, and so much more. But this right here is an addition to the game that's extremely exciting for somebody like me to get with the community and play through these raids. You guys, I absolutely love having raids in looter shooters. Absolutely love going through the grind of dealing with the most difficult aspects of the game and having teamwork. And so with a raid, I would assume it's more than just the current amount of players we have, and we'll end up putting together 8 players possibly. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. And so him confirming this is huge news. And I think that, we have something special in the works, possibly going forward. So get excited. Should be a good time. I am very much excited about what is possible. Okay, so now that we have that out the way, this video is a lot more than just that breaking news. And while that's fun and all, and what would you want to see when it comes to raids? We've seen other games have some amazing raids, in my opinion. And I would love to see more coordination in the mission with raids, having to have, a couple members pull a lever and go to a different realm, and then you have to stay in that realm and open a door for they can come back with a relic. I think we know what game that is, right? Things like that. It's just coordinating with a team for a raid is way better. A lot of these games, as you can see, I'm currently playing with Brainiac mission on level 44 mastery with some viewers, and we don't have to coordinate too much. We'll make it happen, and that's very fun. But with a raid, I would love way more coordination and communication together as a team. I think it'll be interesting. So leave some thoughts in there as far as future content outside of the regular incursions and things that we already know that's coming for the raids. What is your thoughts on what type of experience would you want in there? I wouldn't mind 8 players. I wouldn't mind something where we have to kind of split up and coordinate to do different things. All of that cool stuff to me is exciting personally. And to add to that, I also would love another or multiple different modes. I do think that there's some interesting aspects that can happen. And, my idea, of course, is PvP, and I don't want to drag that too long in this video, but if you're into PvP, what would you think about this game exploring that? Whether it is something like the Dark Zone and the Division, or could it be just kind of like a 4-on-4 team deathmatch setup where you go into a small map and battle each other, and there's not a lot of thought put into it, it's just battle? Or you can do something like a battle royale where you have these characters where they have to find some weapons, they can power up their build by finding power-ups through loot drops in the area, things like that. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud here. And the concept is just giving us a PvP, another experience and another way to play the game, because we'll make PvP specific builds, and that could be interesting. Personally, when I play looter shooters, PvP isn't always the focus, but I've had a lot of fun with some looter shooters that do have PvP in it, in my opinion. So just a matter of what you're into. And if you are into it, please share some thoughts and opinions on what you might like or what you think can work best. And share it. There's no wrong answers. This is all just personal preference and exploring ideas. And maybe the developers will listen to you in the comments and they'll go ahead and implement something in the future. Of course, we already have the roadmap, which is awesome. And then now we got the news that we will be getting raids possibly in the mix. There's no guaranteed, and I'm gonna bring the image back just to kind of make sure that we're all on the same page here. There's no guarantee here. They have something in the works. Nothing to talk about specifically. And so the way this kind of works out, guys, when developers can't talk about things because it's never cemented. When you're developing a game, and this is a little gold nugget for those that want to learn more about game design. When you're developing a game, you end up cutting out a lot of ideas. I mean, like hundreds. It's never just like, oh, we only cut out one thing. You're cutting out a lot of ideas because it takes too much time, too much money, or it doesn't fit the current design. There's so many reasons why that gets cut. But the point is, you have to be careful what you make public, because if they put out something that there's no actual evidence that it's going to come, somebody might get fired. So for the game director being willing to go on social media and say, we got something in the works, we can't talk specifics just yet. So it's interesting. What is going to be the raid style of this game? This game is so frantic. It allows players traversal to be crazy. So I would like a challenging traversal raid, in my opinion. If we're going to get a traditional raid, I want you to have traversal be a very challenging thing to get to certain areas, and maybe only one of the characters can get there with their ability, and they have to open up the portal and the other guys are fighting people off, and then just doing things like that make it a dynamic experience. I personally would love. And that's the kind of thing that I think is worth it for me when it comes to raids. Something challenging, but we can coordinate and go together. So yeah, that's the general breakdown when it comes to all of this very cool stuff. And again, what you want to see in the future outside of the actual roadmap that we know we have, and that's already cemented, guys, so we don't have to talk about playable characters on this video. But in the comments, what I would like is to explore the ideas for what's possible. So breaking down what you think is good for you, what you like when you've played other games that have these kind of things on it. Anything is possible. So share it, and it's much appreciated. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a fun ride, and I'm excited about this announcement. Curious to see what it could be when the time comes. And I'll have you covered for everything Suicide Squad's right here. Go ahead and check out the next video. We got some really amazing stuff for you guys. Appreciate you. Peace.